The Reserve Bank of Australia, which controls the interest rate, has just replaced its governor Philip Lowe with his successor Michele Bullock, the first woman in the role. If you've been confused by what's going on with interest rates and the RBA, let me try to break this all down in light of this new development. Firstly, what is the RBA? The RBA is what's known as a central bank, a key part of most countries' economic systems. It can print money, control the interest rate, and give out loans, among many other economic tasks. In Australia, it's an independent body that has a governor and a board that make all the hard decisions, like raising the interest rate. So going back one step, every loan, every bank account has an interest rate, but the interest rate, also known as the cash rate, which is what the RBA controls, is the rate at which it loans money to commercial banks to then loan to you for a profit. So back in May 2022, inflation was getting really out of control and the cost of living started to become unaffordable, which reflects pretty poorly on the government. And one way the RBA can drive inflation down is by raising the interest rate to basically dissuade people from superfluous spending. But more than a year and a dozen interest rate rises later, while the RBA prevented a recession during and after the pandemic so far, Governor Philip Lowe has faced criticism for placing thousands of people into mortgage stress and kind of failing to lower inflation as swiftly as he predicted. He's also the guy who suggested we all move into sharehouses to fix the housing and rental crisis. So a couple of weeks ago, he said the way that this ends up fixing itself, unfortunately, is through higher housing prices and higher rents, because as rents go up, people decide not to move out of home, or you don't have that home office, you get a flatmate. The increase in supply can't happen immediately, but higher prices do lead people to economise on housing. So with Lowe's 7-year term coming to an end on September 17, he's been told to move on. Previous RBA governors have had their terms extended by a few years, and it's a bit of a jab that Lowe wasn't given that offer. So he said on Wednesday, if I was asked to continue in the role, I would be honoured to do that and I would continue. If I am not asked to continue in the role, I will do my best to support my successor. Treasurer Jim Chalmers said today that the decision to not reappoint Lowe was not an easy call, but the right call. He said, Lowe goes with our gratitude and he goes with dignity. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese announced Michele Bullock, who has been the RBA Deputy Governor since April 2022, as Lowe's successor on Friday afternoon. And he said, her appointment strikes the optimal balance between providing exceptional experience and expertise and offering a fresh leadership perspective. Bullock is the first female governor since the independent RBA was founded in 1959. But economists say don't expect Michele to reduce your mortgage repayments anytime soon, because she will continue the RBA's efforts to bring inflation down while keeping as many people employed as possible, and that may include more interest rate rises to come.